Tilton inside of the Taylor Tilton Hour. You're watching The Blend, where legends live. And do you like laughter? Well, I have tickets to give away to the Memphis finest comedy show. That's Saturday, April 23rd at the Orpheum. And to win those tickets, you must register on my VIP list at www.tinatilton.com. This comedy show features Oscar P., A. Cunningham, Brian Hanna, Mike Bond, Ashanti Johnson, Jeremy Schar, and Pound Cake as the host. So you'd want to check that out. But right now, I have a member, you guys, of the legendary OJ's that currently has his own single out entitled In My Life. You guys help me welcome Mr. Eric Nolan to The Blend. Hey, Mr. Nolan.
Hey, Miss Tina.
Welcome. Thank you for hanging out with me today.
No problem.
Well, and you know what? Prior to us going live, we talked about, we were talking about where we're from, and you mentioned Mobile, you mentioned Memphis. So tell me a little bit about, tell our viewers your connection with Mobile, Alabama first.
I had a singing group in the '80s called the Deltones, and we used to go down to Mobile like every year. We would go to Mobile and we would play at the Mardi Gras, and Doug took real good care of us, and we would play down there for like 3 or 4 weeks in a row, until it became second home to us. I mean, when we would come in there, it'd be a line wrapped around the corner, and people would cook us food, and we stayed at a house. We stayed at a house in Pritchard County, and we had a mentor that took good care of us. His name was Jimmy Lynch. He was a comedian.
You trusted somebody in the last name Lynch in the South? You trusted
Yeah, Jimmy Lynch.
We're still here, so obviously so.
He was like a blue comic, you know what I mean, like Red Fox and stuff like that. But everybody in Mobile knew Jimmy Lynch, and he took good care of us. I keep in touch with him to this day, actually. Yeah. He came to a couple of our concerts. The last concert we did in 2019, Jimmy Lynch was there. And Mobile was like second home. We would come there, every year and play the Mardi Gras.
And you had some refreshing memories of Memphis as well, right? Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis? Yeah, I got some refreshing memories of Memphis that I can't tell you.
Oh, well, I'm about to say.
You talking about the other stuff? I'm just messing with you.
You remember Beale Street though, right?
No, Beale Street is my spot. Like when I come to Memphis, that is where I beeline to. I go to Beale Street, and then it's like this little mall, like a little mall type of place that I would go and listen to live music.
Handy Park, that's a little pavilion.
Yeah, it's a little pavilion, right? And I would go down there and listen to live music.
Yeah, yeah. That's where you were. Good for you. And you went on without an entourage?
No. You know what? Let me tell you.
Okay.
Let me tell you this real quick.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I know my folks in Memphis, so I'm just trying to keep you safe.
Okay, well let me give you this real quick. I used to tell Gerald Levert the best way to be able to, walk around and shop and all this kind of stuff is to not take security. Know what I mean?
Wow. Okay.
So that's how I if I take security, it brings attention to me.
I see that. Okay.
But if I'm just walking around, I'm good.
Yeah.
I just walk around, and if anybody see me and they say that looks like him, but it can't be him because he don't have no security.
Yeah.
So I can get around.
Kind of get away with it. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel that. Okay. Well, let's talk about in 2014. We're gonna go back just a little bit. 2014, this whole single, the solo project that came out. You released a new project called Mood Swing. Tell me a little bit about Mood Swing.
Mood Swing is a CD that I put together. Look, Miss Tina, I'm a Cancer. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And by me being a Cancer, Huh?
But your name ain't Larry.
Yeah. But by me being a Cancer, I'm moody.
Oh my.
So when I
Well,
would
at
go
least you
into,
can own that.
yeah, I mean, it's the truth. So when I would go in the studio, I was always in a different mood to record different music. So if you listen to Mood Swing, none of the songs are a marriage to each other.
Wow. Okay.
They're all different. They're all different. Every last one of the songs are different. And that's because that was the mood that I was in to record.
Yeah.
And those are the type of songs I wanted to write at that time. Myself and my nephew, Jay Sean Champion. And so when we got finished, I said, well, let me just call it Mood Swing. Because I was always in a different mood when I went in to record it.
Well, what about the song called "Reminds Me"? That had pretty good solo success.
What reminds me was an idea that I was walking in the mall one day, and I saw this dress on this mannequin that I was like, God, my girl would like that. If I bought that outfit, she would like that. Then I was walking down further in the mall, and I saw some Jelly Bellies, a Jelly Belly store. So I went and got her some Jelly Bellies.
The candy?
And yeah. So then I saw a movie that she always wanted to see. So I called my nephew. I was like, everything that I see keeps reminding me of her. So he was like, that's a song, huh? And I said, yeah, we need to write that song. So that's when we came up with Everything in This World That's Good Reminds Me of You.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that. I'm glad you were in a good mood when you wrote that song, because
I was in a good mood when I wrote all the songs. I'm just my moodiness came.
Not that your mood was bad, just a different
my moodiness came, Miss Tina, because I love music so much that different types of music, I be wanting to sing different types of music. I do it in my live performances. Sometimes I'll have a song in there and I just want to do that song, whether it works or not. But then the next show, the song might not be in there because I don't feel like singing that song.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, I think I'm feeling your vibe. I'm picking up on your. But you know what? At the end of the day, seriously, you're an artist, you're a songwriter, you're a creator. So
yes, ma'am.
You're creative. So
yes,
whatever is stirring up in you guys' creative minds, it's trying to get out.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I commend you on that. But with this project, Mood Swing, it says that, because I'm reading from your bio, it says that it showcases a smooth, rich voice in a style all of your own. So it's like, how does this smooth, rich voice of yours differ from when you're singing with the OJs? Or does it?
Oh, because when I'm singing with the OJs, there's a lot of voices, a lot of notes that I have to do. Because when Eddie comes out of the backgrounds, I have to take Eddie's note. When Eddie comes back to the background and Walter leads, I have to take Walt's note. And then sometimes when they're both in, I have to do the top or the bottom note. Right?
Right. Okay.
Okay, so that I'm always like the utility man in the group. You know what I mean? So, but when I do Eric Nolan, I try to focus on singing my natural more, even though I sing falsetto very well. But for some reason, I really want to be taken serious by singing in my natural voice, because I don't do it that much. So I'm trying to get better at singing in my natural voice, because I already mastered. I know I did. I mean, it's one thing I know. I know I've mastered my falsetto. I know I mastered singing tenor. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I can do stylistics, dramatics, but I can do all that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But the challenge come in me being believable, singing my natural voice. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get really, really good at that. So I record in it. I just keep recording in it, because I know if I record in it, I'm sorry to be so analytical, but this is just how I think.
You're painting very vivid pictures here. So yes.
I think like if I record it in my natural, then I have to perform it in my natural. So if I keep performing it in my natural, I'll start getting better at singing my natural. Because I've mastered the falsetto. Trust me on this. Trust me when I tell you, I mastered the falsetto. I'm really good. Because I could do that. I could do that at a drop of a hat. You know, like,
yeah.
Can I have a talk with you? You know, I could do that. But my natural is like, you know, I want to be good. I want to be, you know what I'm saying? I want to be like the Glenn Joneses and the Teddy Pendergrasses and the Eric Benets, and I want to be good like them.
Well, you know what? You already earned that right in and of yourself. So, you know, I get what you're saying, but just know, like with you being in the industry and working with the legendary group, and as well as embarking upon your own project that has received, you know, has had some great success. Hey, you already there. I don't know what you're talking about, but I can ask you this though. In 97, 97, here it is. You had a debut on the OJ's album that was called "Love You to Tears," which charted on the R&B charts, and For the Love received a Grammy nomination. I know you guys had to be extremely excited about this Grammy nomination.
That, and you know what was so cool about For the Love was that was after we did Love You to Tears, because that was my introduction into the group. So Gerald wanted me to sing on a couple of songs to establish me being a part of the OJ sound. So he wanted to create a sound with me in it.
Okay.
So I didn't do a lot of leads in that album, because like I said, it was my debut album. That was in 97. So, but when we did For the Love, they let me write every song but one. They let me co-write with Eddie and Walt on every single song but one. And for that album that I co-wrote with Eddie and Walt and a gentleman by the name of Matt Rose, for it to get nominated for a Grammy, that was like,
I know. It should have been. I'm almost feeling your success just on this end. Like, wow, that has to be like exciting, and just, I don't even know if exciting is the correct terminology at this time.
No, it is. It is the correct.
It really
no,
is.
That's the correct terminology, because we sat up when we went to the Grammys and we sat there. We knew that Gladys Knight was in our category, which I'm like in awe. I'm in love with Gladys. I think she's like the ultimate.
Okay.
So I knew he was in a category with Gladys. And when she won, I wasn't mad. I wasn't upset.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, like a, you know, something that I did got mentioned in the same breath with Gladys Knight.
With Gladys Knight. Correct.
So I was cool. I was
no
cool
problem,
with that.
No problem. Well, tell me about your role in the Fighting Temptations.
Nah.
Yeah, you had a little small role there.
We had a significant role because we was there for 3 months. We recorded from the beginning of the movie to the very end.
Oh, okay.
So we had to. I remember one time we were doing choreography when we was putting the choreography together for the Gospel Explosion, and we had this lady who was the choreographer. Now the OJs, we're used to. We were with the world famous, the world greatest choreographer, Charlie Atkins, who did all of the Motown stuff. Everything you seen from Motown, that was Charlie Atkins, right? Okay, so he did all the OJ stuff, right? So there was always a correct way to do choreography. I mean, if you land on your left foot, then you can't release your left foot. You know what I mean? So you have to release that left foot and jump on your right foot to release that left foot. So I mean, it was just like, you know, it was chromatic ways to do it because
So
he
do
was
you have to be a dancer to be in these groups? Do you have to know how to dance? Because
no, with the OJs, you gotta be a dancer.
you have to be a dancer.
You have to be real, no, for real, because he was a tap dancer. Now, we do the Fighting Temptations, and we got this choreographer, and she is trying to tell us these steps and give us this stuff to do, and we looking at her like, okay, well, let me see how you gonna get there, because that's wrong. Yeah, because we knew, but she was just giving us moves, but they weren't correct.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why if you look at the Gospel Explosion, that's why the Gospel Explosion looked like a bunch of dilapidated people trying to do these moves.
You didn't
because really they weren't dancers, and she wasn't really giving us the correct way to do it. You know what I mean? But that was cool because me, Eddie, and Walt knew what we were supposed to be doing. So if you watch me, Eddie, and Walt, and Beyonce knew we knew what we was doing, so Beyonce followed us.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? When we got to doing the thing, Beyonce was like, I'm doing what y'all do.
I'm doing what y'all do. Y'all look smooth.
Because I know what y'all doing.
I would be the raggedy one over there dancing like, okay, hold on.
But you know what? It came out so great because it came out like we were this misfit choir that was together and that we could sing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So we did that from the beginning to, we did the Fighting Temptations from the beginning to the end. And 3 months of being in Atlanta, we had a couple of like the church was built in a airplane hangar at Georgia's airport.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, you saw the front of the church. That was taken somewhere else, but the actual where we did all of our scenes inside the church was a church built inside of the airport hangar.
Whoa.
So that they could, and that's so they could take the walls out, because when you're looking at the congregation, that wall is out because the cameras have to be that way.
Correct.
But when they focusing on the pulpit, the other side is out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why they had to build the church.
Yeah.
But
there's some amazing people out here. I tell you, production, and they make the magic. It takes everyone to make the magic really happen, and that is a really good thing.
We made so many friends because we became family. When you watch that movie, and if it feels good to you, it's because we all were like a family. Like we were like actually like we watched each other's back. We had fun. Me and Montel and Eddie, we would go to our trailer after every break. We would go to our trailer and play Madden. Because Eddie was really into Madden then. He was really because he like New York Jets. But me, Montel, and Eddie, we would go to our trailer and we would just play Madden. And then myself and Lil Zane, we became like big brother, little brother. You know what I mean? So, and Beyonce was like our baby sister.
Yeah.
But the first week,
but you also built a bond with her dad too, really?
Oh yeah. I mean, I met Matthew on the plane going to New Orleans. We was getting ready to do the Essence Fest, and he was sitting next to me. And we was in first class, so he was sitting next to me. I was at the window. He was on this side. And I said, "God, you look so familiar." I said, "Are you Beyonce's dad?" He said, "Yeah." So me and him just struck up a conversation. We got to talking, and when he found out I was in the OJs, I was telling him I knew about Music World, and I was telling the OJs didn't have a record deal at the time. So I was trying to get us hooked up with him so we could have a record deal. And we wind up signing with him. All because of the conversation I had with Matthew. Matthew will tell you, he'll say it to this day. I put him in touch with Eddie and Walt so that we could do this deal. And when Beyonce came to the set, Beyonce had She had managers. She had big old bodyguards. Her bodyguard was cool though. But she had a bodyguard. She had all of this stuff. She had all this stuff the first week. And when she found out how we were, we never seen them again. We never seen them again. She came to the set by herself every single day. Every day she was by herself. She kicked it with us, me, Mike Epps. I mean, she just kicked it with us. She was just like a little sister. So that's why the movie feels so good, because we were all like family when we did it. You know what I'm saying? We all became, we created a bond within the next one. Like Rue McCullum, she was like our mama. Like when she came to see us perform,
Aww.
and she said, that's why they like y'all, because y'all slick.
Yeah.
Y'all real slick.
Well, slick ain't good. I thought slick was like kind of like, you a bad boy that don't know better.
All depends what
bad boy, if you will.
All depends what city you in.
Oh, okay. Well, in the South, slick means you are undercover trying to be bad. So.
Because slick could be like, oh, I see y'all moves is y'all real slick when y'all do it. Yeah, it means so. It all depends.
I see. Our time is just about up, Eric. We could probably talk another 10-15 minutes, but let me ask you this one last question, and this is where I call my uncommon question. It has nothing to do with your bio, but it's not anything that's offensive or anything. So my uncommon question for you today is, keep daylight savings time or do away with it? I know it's uncommon. I told you it's an uncommon question.
They don't see because daylight savings time don't bother me like it bothers other people. I don't have the mentality like, oh, because the time went back, now I sleep longer, or because the time is forward, I sleep less. I don't think like that. I think about it. If it's 5 o'clock, it's 5 o'clock.
Eric Nolan, thank you so much. And you guys, please keep in mind, make sure that you support this man and the new project that he has, especially on Mother's Day, because he got a new
thank you
single that's dropping.
Thank you for having me.
So
thank you for having me.
When you drop that and when you get ready to come to Memphis, make sure you see us.
Just make sure I can get to you. I mean, if I can get to you, I'll see you. You can have tickets. I'll make sure you got tickets. You and your husband have tickets, and y'all come and enjoy the show.
No problem. Big shout out to Miriam. So Miriam, thank you so much for this opportunity and this interview with Eric Nolan. Again, Memphis, Tennessee, Mr. Eric Nolan, thank you for being a guest here on The Blend, Mr. Nolan, and thank you for watching. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Searching in my life, it's just perfect in my life. Only sunshine in my life, doing just fine in my life. In a dream, sometimes it's like I'm in a dream. With nobody there but her and me. Paradise. In her I found paradise. I would walk 10 million miles just to look in her eyes. Can't imagine how it would be without you in my life. Wonder how I would live without you. Wrapped up around your finger, and I ain't going nowhere. Can't imagine how it would be without you in my life. as the days go. In my life, happiness is irregular. In my life, so blessed, 'cause I got her. In my life, in a dream. Sometimes it's like I'm in a dream. Her and me, with nobody there but her and me. Paradise. In her I found paradise. I would walk 10 million miles just to look in her eyes. Can't imagine how it would be without you. In my life. Wonder how I would live without you. In my life. You got me wrapped up around your finger, and I